Welcome to Math 152 W01 Spring 2013. My name is Delois McCormick and I'm the instructor for this course. On the opening page in Blackboard you'll find a welcome announcement that will show you what you are to do during the first week of classes. And you can see below the welcome announcement we have a list. Print the course syllabus found on Blackboard, and under the course information button, which is located over here. You should read that thoroughly. Watch the Getting Started videos found under the Getting Started button on the Blackboard site, and here's that button. Do the browser, sign into my math lab as explained in the Getting Started videos and locate the online text, online homework, and online quizzes. Do the browser check that's in my math lab and watch the video on how to enter answers. Complete the orientation homework found in my math lab, and then complete the student information lab 1, which is located under the labs button, and there's the labs button over to the left. Okay, and you're to submit the lab there, and then also go to the discussion board where you will post your self-introduction and then respond to the postings by 2 of your classmates. So in this recording, what I want to do is take some time to go over the course outline. So also called the syllabus. The outline and the syllabus are the same thing. So that is located under the course information button. So I found it right there. Okay, so this is what our course outline looks like. Oh, and I see I need to update the semester to say spring 2013. I'll take care of that. What you'll find is our course number for my math lab is McCormick 87805. My office phone number is listed here. You may leave a voice message if I'm not in my office. The course is located in 2 locations, Blackboard, where the main course materials are found, and then the homework and the quizzes are located in my math lab. And here's the website address for that. My office is at Fredericksburg in the 2nd building, which is the Workforce and Technology building, in room 206 on the 2nd floor. And this is Math 152 W01. My office location, the days I'll be in my office for office hours, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Monday from 9:15 to 12:15, Tuesday and Thursday from 8:30 to 12 noon. And my email address, you can contact me through email. Probably the best way to contact me, since some days I do work from home. The course is virtual and asynchronous, which means that people come and go as they have time throughout the day and week, as opposed to everybody meeting together. Notice the GCC email policy is that you must use the Germana email for all official communications with me. So if you need assistance with your email account, visit the ACC on either campus. And note that faculty email addresses end at germana.edu, as you see in my email up here. And let's see if I can get my there we go. I need a highlighter. You can see up there that it ends at germana.edu, whereas student email addresses end with at email.vccs.edu. My faculty response time in terms of email messages and telephone calls would be a 24 to 48 hour period, Monday through Friday. If you send me an email over the weekend, it will be answered by the end of the day on Monday. And note that this time period excludes weekends and holidays. Okay. I have a course description telling what we're covering. Minimal technical skills. You should be able to work with emails, that is, how to access them through the Joanna email, how to send them, how to open them, and how to put attachments on them. Because email is the way I usually communicate with students, in addition to the announcements. You should have a basic computer vocabulary so that you can follow my directions. You should be able to create and save basic Word documents. If your computer breaks down in the middle of the semester, you should plan to use the ACC at one of the campuses, one of the academic computing centers, to keep on schedule. Textbooks and supplies, Mathematical Ideas by Miller, Heron, and Hornsby, with the Student Access Kit from my math lab. The Access Kit, or Access Code as you may call it, is required, but the printed textbook is optional. This is because you have access to an ebook in my math lab, so you don't necessarily need to have the printed textbook. If you're short on money, then just buy the access code. You need a computer with high-speed internet access to which you have administrative rights. The reason for that is you need to install some plugins in order to get the program in my math lab to work. Scientific calculator is required. A TI-8384 Plus is suggested. However, you may use a scientific calculator of a cheaper version. I do recommend that you keep a loose leaf notebook where you can put all of the notes from the class. Those are available for you to use on tests, so if you have them already in a notebook, you'll be set to go. I prefer a pencil for the test when they're not computerized, and then for Lab 4 we're going to be working with a bag of M&Ms. Okay. I've listed the general education outcomes as well as the outcomes for the individual units we're studying. You can look at those later. I also have those listed in Blackboard under the weekly assignments, which we'll look at later. Okay, the course ID is again McCormick 87805. I do expect you to spend 10 to 12 hours a week online. That would include reading the book, printing the lecture notes, watching my recorded lectures and my sample problems, going to my math lab and completing online homework and quizzes, going back to my to Blackboard to do any labs that are assigned. So you need to complete the first 2 weeks of assignments by January 21st, or I will administratively withdraw you from the class. After that point, I do expect you, once you become active in the course, you are responsible for withdrawing. I do assign readings in the textbook for each section. The lectures and associated notes and sample problems are organized by chapter under the course materials button in Blackboard. Ask the Instructor is a forum in the discussion board in Blackboard. This is where you can ask general questions about the functioning of the class and also about content. For personal questions, you should submit those by email. Email is the preferred means of contact. I only check my phone when I'm in the office, so you need to use email, particularly on the days when I'm not in my office. You should include your name and the course name in the body of any emails that are sent to me unless they appear in the subject line. And you need to make sure the subject line is accurate to help me in identifying the most critical emails. If you use an old subject, I may say, oh, I took care of that, and miss coming back to take care of your email. So please make sure you do that. Typically, I will respond to an email within 24 to 48 hours, excluding weekends and holidays. If you do not hear from me within 48 hours, a lot of times emails sent from Blackboard will end up in my junk mail, and I may not catch that for weeks. So please, if you do not hear from me within 48 hours, please resend your email. Announcements, you need to check about 4 times every week, about 4 times a week, to check for updates and announcements. Weekly schedule reminders will be posted there. In the weekly reminder, I list what's due for the week and remind you of the due date. Online homework must be completed in my math lab as assigned. The online homework is under the homework button in my math lab. At the end of the semester, I'll drop the 3 lowest homework scores, so I will not be giving extensions on missed homework. Labs must be completed as listed on the assignment sheet. They are located under the Labs button in Blackboard. The labs are submitted there. Lowest lab score will be dropped, so again, I will not be accepting labs late. And those are the scores for those are located under the gradebook button in Blackboard. Typically, it takes me about a week to grade those. Online quizzes are located in my math lab. Those are graded right away, just like the homework. At the end of the semester, I'll drop the 2 lowest quiz grades, so that means that, again, they will not be accepted late. If you want to print a copy of your quiz, you can go to the grades, my math lab My Grades button, and select Review. It'll give you the option to print. You'll take 3 2-chapter exams. 2 of them will be given in the testing centers. The first one is a My Math Lab exam. The second one is a paper and pencil show your work exam. And then the third one is a My Math Lab exam that you'll complete at home. And I have some of the information about taking an exam. Online office hours can be scheduled by appointment. If you need to meet with me at a time when I am not in my office, we can meet online. So just email me and give me several times so I can email you back with an appointment time. The discussion board, make sure you follow the rules of netiquette I have listed below, as well as the ones I'll show you later on in the course outline. We have the important dates listed here. The attendance policy is the college's policy, which mostly pertains to face-to-face classes, so I'm going to drop down to additional. Because this is an online course, you must register for My Math Lab and complete the first 2 weeks of assignments before January 21st. If you don't, I will administratively withdraw you. Course plan for college closing actually does not affect the online classes. However, I will mention if there's widespread power outages, such as what we had during Hurricane Sandy, then I will send emails and post announcements about extensions. Okay, and a couple of these, I do follow the academic honesty policy that's listed here. If you have a disability, please make sure you contact the coordinator of disability services to complete the forms necessary, and then you'll have a letter that you may send me. Okay, I think my time's about up on this particular video, so I'll continue this on a second video.